Happy Wednesday. How is everyone? Hope everyone's doing okay. Trying to get my work area situated. Say hi as you're hopping on. Hi, brother. How are you? Is it like doing some yucky weather there? I know, I saw that you did. It is cold, cold, cold. So, I'm hoping we don't get an ice day tomorrow. I'd rather have a snow day on Tuesday and have my birthday off. Yes, I'm glad we didn't make plans to go out this weekend for my birthday. So, okie dokie. I'm so dry. Hi, Savannah. Well, they've already delayed Paris school 2 hours, so the Paris office will open 2 hours late. So, who knows and what Greenville and Terrell's gonna do. But, hi, Pam. I pulled us out about 3 things to do tonight. You know, we have these mini tags that come with the jute, the twine, and the beads. I've not used these yet, and I thought that I would use the Farmhouse Minis on there, on those. And then we're going to do a canvas, an 8x10 canvas. We're going to do, the stencil itself is called Poop Here. And I may do both of them because they're 8x10s. I think that would be okay. But, the top, it's 2 different stencils on this 8.5x11 sheet for $13.99. But one of the stencils said, would poop here again, satisfied customer. And the second one says, get naked. Just kidding, this is a half bath, don't make it weird. So we're going to do we'll do both of these. Because I really wanted to do the get naked one for my half bath. So, are you doing okay, Pam? Are y'all staying warm down there? So, and then we're also going to do, if I can find it, I just had it. I have the board painted already. It's drying. we are going to do, you know, I got those wood pieces from Lowe's out of the throwaway pile. So we're going to do, I have one of, like I said, I painted it so it can be drying while we're doing the other stuff. And we're going to do this stencil, Happiness Blooms from Within. So that's what I've pulled out for us to work on. And we will just go until y'all get tired of watching. So, but I think we'll start with the mini tags and do a farmhouse tag or two. So I'm going to go ahead, well, because we do have new watchers, and I'm going to, this is kind of a little bright. I'm going to start posting my lives on YouTube. So I do have a YouTube channel, if that's what you call it. It's the same as this, Going Chalkin'. And I have people that do not have Facebook that want to watch videos and see what it's all about. So I will be posting videos to my YouTube. So with that, I will do the introduction. I'm Laura Gowen. I'm a creator for Magnolia Design Company. It's a silk screen stencil company, and it's lots of fun. And I'm going to show you some demos of some of our stencils and surfaces and all the fun that you can have with Magnolia Design Company. So I'm going to go ahead and move you down so that you can see. And I feel like you are a little crooked or something. Okay. Alrighty. We're going to do a farmhouse tag. You know, you can get the farmhouse beads at Hobby Lobby that come already made. So I think I got one set at Christmas time. So we're just going to do one here. I think I want to do this Home is Where My Heart Is. And we'll do it on this little tag. We'll do it in black. Alrighty. These are what our stencils look like. They're vinyl with silk screen area. Where you see the white here, that's the silk screen, and that's the area that the chalk paste will go through to get on your surface. Our stencils are reusable with proper care. You can get 8 to 10 uses from a stencil. And what I'm doing now, because our stencils are very sticky, because they're adhesive, I have used this one several times, so it's not as sticky on the back as if it's when it's brand new, but you can still see it's really sticky. So we have, this is our tacky towel. It's microfiber on one side and terry cloth on the other. And what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little fuzz to my stencil. And what that's doing is that's taking some of that stickiness away so that your stencil releases from your surface a little easier. Okay, and then you just place your stencil on your surface. You want to start and you want to spread it out from the middle to the end. And you want to be sure that you don't have any air bubbles. Because if you have air bubbles, it will cause you not to have a crisp outcome. Okay. Alright, our chalk paste comes in 3-ounce jars, and they are $10.99. They come in lots of different colors, and we get new colors periodically. And they just change in and out a lot for the seasons. But when you get your chalk paste, it can be a little thick. So I just spray with a little distilled water, and what that does is it wets your chalk paste. You want it to be the consistency of yogurt, and you want to be sure that you always use distilled water. And the reason you want to use distilled water is your tap water has lots of chemicals in it. And I don't know all the chemicals that are in my tap water, and those chemicals can cause mold on your chalk paste. So you just dip your squeegee into your chalk paste, and then you start in the middle and you just move outwards. And you just get your silk screen area. Just move it across. You're just gliding it. Till you fill in all of that silk screen. And it doesn't take much paste at all. And then once you've done that, you can just go across and you can pick up any excess that you have, and you can add that back to your jar for later use. That way you're not wasting any of the paste. Okay. Then when you remove your stencil, you want to grab it from both ends and you want to pull. You don't want to pull it from at an angle because that can stretch your stencil. I have no idea what just fell. Okay. Get a baby wipe. You want to have lots of baby wipes on hand. Hasn't it? Because you don't want to transfer any of the chalk that's on your hands onto your surface. Okay, and this is what it looks like when it's done. I'm just going to give it a little dry with my blow dryer. This is just a blow dryer that I picked up at Walmart. And I can see that I got a little chalk paste down here where I went off my stencil a little bit. The good thing about the chalk paste is it cleans up really well. I'm just going to take my baby wipe and I'm going to wipe it away. Our chalk paste is non-toxic. And if you get it on your shirt or on your clothes, it washes right out. Okay. Let's put this to the side. Now we're going to take our beads and our twine. We have enough beads. We have, I think it comes 2 natural beads and a black per tag. Okay. It is so cold, y'all. I don't even know how much of this to use. I only have 3 beads. Okay. I might have not got it long enough, but I'm thinking, you know, that can sometimes hurt my brain. I should have done a practice on this part. I think I'll do it like that. Just gonna slide our beads on there. And I may have to cut a different piece because the way I've decided to do this now, it may not be long enough. You know, this is what happens when you're doing something live that you've not attempted before. Y'all have seen me do a lot of first time mishaps. Oh, I got it. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to the end and this isn't like a lot of stuff to tie a knot. Have any of y'all made your own farmhouse beads? I have no idea how I'm going to tie this knot. We may just have to pretend on this one or tie it like this. And I'll have to do better the next one. Okay. It's not, its twine isn't quite long enough, but that's how it turned out. And this comes to us, it's a set. You get the twine and the beads and the mini tags. Let's do another one. Let's do this one. And I'll do my twine a little longer on this next one. Make sure I don't have any air bubbles. apply my paste just like I did on the first one. Lots of people use these farmhouse beads in their decorations. They always have cute little tags on them, but they typically have longer strands of beads, so you could always add more beads. And I will probably get some other beads and do that. What else could you use these for? I don't think I'm going to be using any more black right now, so I'm going to put the lid on it. If you decorate the 3-tier trays, you could put these on a 3-tier tray. I'm just going to cut the rest of this string in half because I have more. I'm going to do it the same way I did the other. Yes, I think it would be cute, Zanette, if you did like lots of beads. I think I'm going to turn this around. I think that would be cute. I had one, like I said, I got one at Christmas. That was a Christmas one, and I just laid it on across my entertainment center, my TV stand, next to my red truck that I have, because I'm not really sure on the farmhouse beads the proper way to display them. Like I said, I've seen people put them on their 3-tiered trays that they decorate. And I typically decorate a 3-tier tray, but I have not, this one is not all the way through. I have not gotten any like little hearts and stuff to for Valentine's Day. And now, since that's just Sunday, I probably won't. I think I'm not even going to mess with that black bead and just with this other one. But they have all these natural beads that you can get them and you can paint them or do them all natural. And I'm sure you can even get them already painted. It's going a little faster, as long as my twine didn't unravel. So do y'all think we'll get an ice day tomorrow? I really have a lot to do at work, so I'm really hoping I'm gonna loosely tie this knot because I think I will add more beads, but just so that they don't fall off. See, they're really cute. But then if you add more beads, and typically it's like 2 strands of beads. It's a tag on one end and a tassel on the other. So I may work on those once I get some more beads. So that's a cute thing that we have that you can do. And our farmhouse minis fit perfect on there. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of 8x10 canvases. That we're going to use our Poop Here stencil on. It's an 8.5 by 11. You get 2 stencils. Would poop here again. Satisfied customer. And get naked. Just kidding. It's a half bath. Don't make it weird. So we're going to do this. And I'm just going to do it on white canvases because I'm going to do it in blues. Because that's what colors are in my half bath are the blues. So I'm going to do blue ice and azure. Get my hands on it. I should have had it pulled out already. I was painting. There it is. Okay. All right. I think I'm just going to do the 2 colors because I'm not sure how. This is blue ice on top and this is azure. And then this is Tiffany teal. So I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do, I think I'm just going to do these 2. And do the messy technique that I've done a couple of times for y'all. When you get the stencils, if there's more than 1 stencil, it'll give you a white line here that makes it easy for cutting. So you just cut your stencil along that line. And when it's the first time that you're using your stencil, you want to be sure that you write on the back of your stencil that it's the back. Because once you dry your stencil, you want to return it back to the backing. This is the backing. And you want to be sure that you put it on the right side, because if you put it on the right side, it can stick onto here permanently. So I always write on the back what the stencil is. That way I'm putting the correct stencil on the correct back. And it just makes it easier to keep up with everything. And so because this is the first time I am using this stencil, it is going to be very sticky. So I'm going to fuzz it. And see again, and you can see right here, that's where the where you can see through it, that's the silk screen area. That's the area that your paste goes through to get on your surface. Just going to give this a few swipes on my tacky towel. If you don't have a tacky towel, you can use a microfiber dish towel, just a regular towel. You can even use your t-shirt. It works just as perfect on a t-shirt. So all you're doing is you're adding just a little bit of fuzz to it so that it's not quite as sticky, because you want to be able to remove it from your surface easily. Okay. I typically wax my canvases, and to do that I use Minwax finishing wax, and I just apply it with a rag. I just get a little on my rag. I just apply it to the canvas. And this, along with the fuzzing of my stencil, will be sure that my stencil lifts easily. Okay. Now, again, I'm just going to put my stencil on my canvas. You can do plain canvases. You can paint your canvas. Up a little something there. When you're doing a canvas, because the canvas is framed, there's a lot of give in the canvas, and you really need a good hard smooth surface. So I always use a book. I put a book underneath my canvas to make it more solid. That way it doesn't give. Okay. And to do the messy technique, you're just going to get two coordinating colors that look good together. And you're just going to apply a little in different areas. And then we're going to squeegee them together. I know that did not sound very well. I didn't say that right, I don't think. Squeegee them together. But we're going to combine the colors. Give this a little mix. So you can either apply your colors. I say we're going to use Azure. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I must not have used this one in a while. So we may have to do a different color. Because that's why I have this little handy dandy jar opener thing. It really helps. I think I screwed the lid on. It was a little crooked, because I can feel it when it's twisting off, that it was a little bit all catty-wampered. Because it's not real dry. It just wasn't screwed on straight, so it didn't want to come off. Okay, so to do the messy technique, you can either dab the colors on periodically with your stir stick, or you can use your finger. I just dab it on in different areas. Typically, I say once you're done, you pick up the rest of your chalk paste and add it back to your jar. You cannot do that when you're doing the messy technique because we're mixing colors. So this is the only time when you're using the chalk paste that you can have waste, is when you're doing this technique. So, and you just want to be sure that the colors that you're using kind of are on the same color scheme and look good together. Otherwise, it could turn out brown or get some odd looking color. So, all right, and then I'm just going to take a squeegee and I'm just going to start just doing it all, just mixing it back and forth. And making sure that while I'm doing this, that I am covering all of my silk screen area. Okay. And I might have got a little more dark blue because our blue ice may not show up as well. So we'll soon find out. It shows up a little. Set this over here. Wipe my hands so I can show y'all what it looks like. That's what it looks like. If I'd have used more of the blue ice and less of the darker, I think you would have been able to see more of it would look more tie-dyed look. So, but I think it's very cute. So I'm going to set it over here and let it dry. We'll move on to our next one. My canvases, I typically get them at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes you can get them in the value pack. I think there's looks like there may be 10 to a pack, like a bundle pack. So, okay. Let's do our next one. Give it a little fuzz. This one I'm gonna see if the how the blue ice shows up on the canvas. without oh, it looks good. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the stars in the azure color. Maybe a little of this blue ice with it. Just a little. And then we'll do maybe the words in the blue ice. Make sure I get all of the silk screen area. Okay. And I'm just going to use blue ice on the words. That's the best part about this, is you can do so many things. You can use the same stencil over and over again and have a different outcome depending on your colors, your technique, your surface. You can mix and match stencils. I've done that. So you can just create so many different things. And sometimes I'll think of something, and after I've done it, it does not come out near what I thought it would in my head. Sometimes it comes out even better. Okay, that's what this one looks like. I know it's hard to read backwards, but it said wood poop here again. Satisfied customer. So I'm going to give it a dry real quick. When you do the messy technique, it makes it look like it's tie-dye. I need to try something with a green and red, yellow. What other colors? Red, yellow, green. Is there blue? And like the 70s tie-dye stuff. And once I seal these, I'll spray it with clear sealer, and I'll put the picture hanger on the back. I'll have new decorations for my half bath. So just like that. That's how easy it is to create new home decor. Just like that. A stencil, canvas, and some chalk paste. So, You can just change up your decor. This jar lid is kind of, I'll have to work with that one, but I'll put that on there so it doesn't dry out. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is, I'm sure my board is dry. Let's get over here and get it. I am going to wash these stencils really quickly so I can get the other ones in the water. Sounds like somebody has a flat going down the street. Tell you what, that's the worst thing, is having a flat, especially if you're a female and it's nighttime. Just get these in there to soak. That way they'll be a little easier to clean. I'll grab my board. Okay. Don't think it's quite dry yet, but I'll dry it with the blow dryer. I painted this. I'll tell y'all in just a minute. Because I do not want the stencil to pull the paint up and then it gets stuck to the back of my stencil. We're going to use this Happiness Blooms from Within. So. Okay. I'm going to do the Happiness Blooms from Within in black, but then I think I'm going to do colors for the flowers. So, we'll work on the flowers first. I think we will work in sections. Will probably be the best way to do this one. I am going to wax this board. I'm going with the grain. Okay. So let's get this on here. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. What colors do you think would look good on this? I painted, the board is painted with Waverly chalk paint in the color Lagoon. I did one coat on the front, the back, and the sides. So we'll do some daffodil. You're gonna need green. Maybe some herbal green. I don't think peppermint green and Lagoon go together. Maybe some coral. I do have, whoops. Lime green. I think we should do lime green, guys. Okay, we're just going to go with these and see how this turns out. You know the drill. If it doesn't look good, we can always redo it. I think some pink would look good if I could find my pink. Sugar plum. Maybe do that. Okay. I apologize. I should have had these colors already picked out. We're going to start, I think, at the top. And I am going to use my little paintbrush squeegee. So we'll see how this is going to work out for us. Give it a little stir. Alright. It's hard to see for sure with the have to hold it up a little bit. Can y'all still see? Just dipping it in, and I'm doing the same thing. It is, again, you know, when I'm really concentrating, I tend not to talk so much. That whole walking and chewing gum at the same time thing. So, I'm trying to get it without getting it into the other sections, but also trying to hurry so it doesn't dry on me. Some of this, I think I could probably use the little squeegee. It would be faster. When I got home this afternoon, I took CJ out. He only wanted to be out there a second, and I told him, I said, okay, are you sure you're done? You don't want to go potty anymore? Man, he ran and hit the door to tell me he was ready to come in. It was so cold out there. Okay. Let's do some pink flowers. The reason I want to try and hurry is because if my chalk paste dries before I get done, once I lift my stencil, it can pull up any of the paste that I put on. It'll pull it up from my surface. So these colors kind of remind me of Easter. Let's do some yellow. was a close one. I might have should have done the messy technique on this. That one is a little bit. Kind of got those colors mixed. I think it looks pretty with the yellow and the pink kind of mixed together. Kind of created my own little color over here with this yellow and pink. I'm going to do this one green area right here. Then I'll lift it and dry what we've done. And then lay my stencil back down. This, move this. That way this will be dry and it won't lift up. Plus it gives me a look to see if I need to go over in another area. Where the yellow and pink mixed together, it made an orange. Okay. Just gonna lay this back down. Get it good in the area and back in the middle. Okay. Some green right here. did I do with that pink? Do need to do some pink right here, I saw. Just gonna add a little pink in here. Let's do our yellow. Some yellow in the middle of this flower. I can tell I was a little more careful in the beginning. Now I'm just kind of blending the colors a little. Okay. Now I'm going to put the lids on these real fast. And then we'll dry these flowers, and then we'll do black in the middle for the words. Okay. Just gonna do the same thing, lift it up, and give it a dry. Well, the whole darn thing flew off, so I'll just lay it back down. Actually, what I think I may do is wash this, because it has all of this on there, because I want, there's like an outline around between the flowers and the words I would like to also do in black, that I'm afraid with all the color there that it won't work out like I wanted in my head. So I'm just going to wash this real quick, and then we'll dry it, and then I'll do kind of layer on top of it. I'm just going to dry it with my tacky towel. Because I have two here. So that way we can just use it. And then maybe it'll, plus without the chalk on there, I'll be able to see it better to get it lined up. So. I appreciate y'all spending this cold Wednesday night with me. I've been told I've been a little long-winded lately, so I may need to start thinking about doing more lives other than just Wednesdays and Saturdays. That way I can still do the same amount of projects, but I'm just spreading it out over more days, if that makes sense. Okay. Alright, kids, let's see how this is going to work out. Because, you know, sometimes my visions are better in my head than they are. I am going to be very careful to get this outline. Because I don't want to try not to get any black in the flower area, just in this frame. It's a little harder to see down here when it puts a shadow. Give it a turn. This is going to be one that'll be able to stand on its own, like a shelf sitter. There are some creators that can just make it look so easy. And it looks like paintings when they're done. I don't know how they do it. Let's take it off and see what it looks like. Get this black off my fingers. That's what it looks like. It's, again, in my head, it looked a little different, but it's still cute. I like the black on the turquoise color. So, I didn't get my stencil lined up really well in like this area here, but I can fix that. So, all right. So this is, let's see, it stands on its own. So we have this. Then we did would poop here again. We did get naked. Just kidding. This is a half bath. Don't make it weird. We did our farmhouse mini tags with our beads. Whoops. And this one. So this is what we did tonight. So I appreciate you spending this cold Wednesday night with me. If you have to go to work tomorrow, be safe with your driving, as my granny always said. Let me move y'all up so I can see you. Be safe with your driving. If you can stay home, stay home. I'm sure I'll be going to work. But I am hoping for a snow day for my birthday on Tuesday. So that's what I want for my birthday is a snow day. But I will see y'all this weekend. I'll be back on Saturday to do some more cute fun stuff. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to see, just send me a message and I'll get everything gathered up to work on that for you. Until then, y'all have a good night. Bye, guys.